What's going on? I'm here today to talk about the top 5 reasons why you should invest in real estate in 2022 or 2023. All right, so as promised, these are going to be the top 5 reasons why I think you should start investing in real estate, and stay tuned until the very end because I'm going to be sharing my top resources for anyone that's new or inquiring about getting into real estate. All right, we're going to get started with item number 1. This first one isn't uncommon to a lot of other things in life, and that is that many people before you have already invested in real estate, worked out the kinks, and they've boiled it down to a science, so it's very easy for you to just follow a framework or a path that's easy to follow and easy to replicate. So that's the number 1 reason why I think you should get into real estate, is that you don't need to reinvent the wheel. It's already been done for you. Top reason number 2. So this is a big one. I see it all the time being a real estate agent, and that is a barrier to entry of first-time home buyers. Now, I'm seeing it all the time where people either can't afford their mortgage payments because of the high interest rates, or houses have just become too expensive. The beauty of buying an income property that has maybe 2-3 units is that those rentals offset your income. So you actually can be qualified for a higher pre-approval rate, which means you can buy a more expensive home, but your mortgage payment's actually going to be reduced because you have tenants that are going to be paying for some of your mortgage. All right, item number 3 is a continuation of the previous point, which is that it reduces your monthly expenses. Now, if you're to buy your own house, and let's say you buy a $500,000 house, you have a mortgage payment, you have a property tax payment, you have insurance, you have all of your utilities that strictly fall on you. But if you were to have a duplex or a triplex with some tenants in, you're going to have an ability to offset some of those mortgage payments. You're going to be able to outsource some of the utility costs, hopefully either through increase in their rent or they're on separate meters, so you can completely remove that and put it on the tenant. And these are great ways to reduce your monthly expenses so that it can go towards things like vacation, education, or ideally you're saving money for a future down payment on another or your second property. Item number 4 is a big one, and this is all about your retirement plan. Now, with fewer pensions available and savings rates diminishing, this is a great vehicle for people to invest in real estate and ensure that their retirement is set up for success. Now, this happens in a couple of different ways. Number 1 is through appreciation, which is essentially just the value of your home increasing on average year over year. So when you're ready to retire, you can sell that property and make a really hefty profit that you can live off of until the end of your days. Now, the other solution is you're likely not going to have a mortgage anymore if you've bought it, maybe in your 30s or 40s. There's a good chance that that mortgage is going to be paid down. That means that any rental income that you have is essentially going to be pure profit, for the exception of maybe some maintenance costs, property tax, and insurance. So that's going to be a really nice monthly amount that may be able to pay for your entire expenses while you're retired. All right, item number 5. I told you to stay till the end, and this is a big one, although it's very simple. It is that real estate investing is not difficult. Now, a lot of people fear the complexity of real estate investing or think that they can't do it. That's just not the case. It is a very simple thing to do, and many people before you have already done it, as I mentioned in point number 1. So figure out what you need to do to get started, listen to a podcast, read a book, watch a YouTube video, and I guarantee you're going to be able to figure things out very quickly, as I've helped many investors like myself and others that I work with now start off in buying their first investment property. All right, as promised, I wanted to give you some bonus resources for a few different things that have really helped me grow as an investor and how I got my start. Number 1 is a big one, and many of you that have maybe considered investing have probably heard this name, and that is BiggerPockets. They are located in the US, but they are basically the staple or the household name for real estate investing, and they have tons of great resources, from podcasts to YouTube channels to many books to blogs. There's an endless amount, and if you go to biggerpockets.com, definitely check them out. There is a host of free material, and if you want to subscribe, you can even get additional content there. Resource number 2 is localized to me in Halifax, Nova Scotia in Canada, but it also applies to Canada as a whole and really has some really sound practices and principles, and it's a lot of fun to listen to. These are 2 entertaining guys, and that is Master Keys Podcast, and they also have a YouTube channel, so make sure to check them out. Neil and Chandler do a great job with this podcast, and they're very, very informative, both on the investing side, but also just the real estate market in general. All right, item number 3 is a book. Now, this is just a good sit down read, and it's a very well known book. Tons and tons of people have already read this, so it's not unique to me by any means. And that is Rich Dad, Poor Dad by Robert Kiyosaki. Now, this is a phenomenal read, and I recommend this book to anyone, even if you're not interested in investing in real estate. There's some really basic principles, and they do a phenomenal job of explaining it through a fun little storyline. So I definitely recommend getting into Rich Dad, Poor Dad. All right, thanks for watching, and I hope you enjoyed the video. As for me, I'm a local real estate agent in Halifax, Nova Scotia on the east coast of Canada. I'm also a real estate investor, and I love to do DIY projects to increase the equity in my properties. So stay tuned for more content like this. Please like the video, subscribe for more content like this so you can be notified anytime you get a new video. And I am going to try to be on here very regularly, so stay tuned. This channel is just getting started. Make sure to hit that bell icon as well. Thanks so much. Hope you're having a great day.